There are some rooms in the world that no one should ever enter. Locked behind doors, hidden in the walls, or buried underground. They might hold something so terrible that it would drive you insane if you saw it. In this episode of Horror, we're going to look at the last room on Earth. Let me set the scene. You've been warned about this place for years. Your parents told you stories of what happened here. But now you're older and you don't believe in ghost stories, so you decide to check it out for yourself. It's an old house, mostly abandoned. You can feel the wind whistling through broken window frames and the floorboards creak under your weight. And then you see it. A door covered with peeling paint, secured with a padlock. There are scratches on the surface, but they don't look like they were made by fingernails. What did these marks come from? Curiosity consumes you, and you know you need to open this door. But there is more to this room than you could ever imagine. In this room, time moves differently. It's always dark. If you touch the walls, you will get stuck. And if you listen closely, you can hear voices whispering from inside the walls. Whatever you do, do not go inside this room. Don't even think about going inside this room, because once you step foot inside, there's no turning back. This is the last room on Earth. And when you walk through that door, you become part of it. Some things man was never meant to see. Some secrets are better left buried, hidden away in the deepest pits of hell where no light can reach. This is a truth humanity almost forgot until you read this story. You were a young boy when your father took you to this house. He promised to tell you a scary story, and by God, he delivered. You remember hiding behind his legs, peeking around his knees to see inside the house? Broken furniture, cobwebs everywhere, and a door locked tight with a rusty chain. You wanted to go inside, but your dad held you close and said, "Never go near that house. Whatever's inside, it's not of this world." You knew to listen to your father, and for years you did. You grew up, moved away, started a family of your own. And every now and again you would visit your father. But recently he became ill, and you decided to move him into your house to take care of him. One day, while sorting through your father's belongings, you found a key. You didn't recognize it at first, but then you remembered the house. Your heart pounded in your chest. You knew what this key unlocked, but you couldn't help yourself. You needed to see what was inside. You drove to the house, walked inside, and went straight to the door. You inserted the key and turned it. It opened without making a sound. And as you pushed the door open, you knew your father had been telling the truth. The air inside the room was stagnant and heavy, like a thick blanket suffocating you. You tried to scream, but no sound came out of your mouth. You wanted to run, but your feet felt glued to the spot. You wanted to stop, but your body kept moving forward. You couldn't control yourself. It was like you were being pulled towards something. Then you saw it. A figure standing in the corner of the room. It was tall and thin, like a human, yet not. Its skin was gray and slimy, like the underside of a turtle. Its eyes were huge and black, bottomless pits of nothing. And its limbs were long and twisted, like the branches of a dead tree. You wanted to turn away, but you couldn't. It was as if you were locked in place, forced to stare at this creature. It took a step forward, and the room seemed to grow darker. Its eyes seemed to bore into yours, and you felt something inside of you snap. Some monsters live inside our minds. Some creatures are born of our deepest fears. Whatever this thing is, it feeds off your terror, growing stronger with every whimper and scream. You run, but it's no use. This room was designed to keep you in. Doesn't matter how many times you try to escape, you'll never make it out alive. You've been trapped in this room for days. Maybe it's only been hours. Maybe it's been years. Time has no meaning here. You just keep running over and over, trying to find the exit. But there isn't one. You hit the walls and they feel cold and hard like stone. You call out for help, but your voice echoes and bounces back at you, mocking your fear. And in the corner of the room, it watches you, waiting for you to give up. Its eyes follow your every move, and you can feel its gaze boring into you. You want to stop. You really do, but you can't. You're frozen in place, unable to move, unable to speak, unable to think, and then you realize the truth. This room feeds off your fear, growing stronger the more terrified you become. So you have to be strong. You have to keep moving. But where can you go? Where can you hide? There is no escape from this room. It's inescapable. There is no escape from the last room on Earth. Some doors should stay closed. Sometimes it's best not to know what's hiding in the shadows. You were younger, you always listened to your mother. She would tell you stories of the house you lived in, warning you about the things that lurked within its walls. But you never believed her. You thought she was just making things up to scare you. So you explored the house on your own, and that's when you found it, a door hidden away in the attic. You didn't think much of it at first, just an old storage closet. But then you heard a noise, a scratching sound, like something trying to get out. Curiosity got the better of you, and you tried the door handle. It was locked. You didn't have a key, so you shrugged and moved on.
Oh.
But the scratching continued late into the night. You couldn't sleep. You could hear it clawing at the door, trying to break free. Finally, you gave in and returned to the attic. The scratching had stopped, but now you were scared. You found the key and unlocked the door. As it swung open, you gasped. Standing before you was the most terrifying creature you had ever seen. Its fur was matted and dirty, its eyes glowed red in the darkness, and its teeth were long and sharp like knives. You screamed and ran, but the monster was faster. It lunged and knocked you to the ground. You tried to fight back, but it was no use. The monster was too strong. It dragged you towards the door, its claws digging into your flesh. You struggled, but it didn't matter. It threw you to the floor and stood over you, licking its chops. And that's when you knew you were in the last room on Earth. Now you understand your mother's warnings, but it's too late. You're trapped in this room with a monster, and there's no escape. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. You want to move, but your body won't obey. You're frozen in fear as the monster advances on you. It opens its mouth wide, revealing rows upon rows of sharp teeth. You close your eyes tight, bracing for the pain, but it never comes. Instead, you hear a loud crash and the sound of heavy footsteps running away. You slowly open your eyes and see that the monster is gone. The door is also gone, and you're lying in a dark, empty room. You try to stand up, but you're weak and shaky. You stumble around, trying to find a way out, but there is none. You're trapped in the last room on Earth, and the monster could return at any moment. You can feel its presence watching you from the shadows, waiting for you to give up.
You're scared.
Really scared, but you have to be brave. You have to find a way out of this room before it's too late, because once the monster finds you again, there's no telling what it will do. Now watch as the last person on Earth enters a room, or click this other video instead.